We start up with some scientists incinerating lightweight newborn puppies in a dog-raising lab. Oh, those are strict standards. Ringo Bingo likes one dog and trains it personally and in secret, which is probably against the rules. He then injects his head with some glowy thing. Eventually, another scientist walks into his lab, sees the dog in the hole in the wall, hits a fire-like alarm. Dog gets excited over seeing Ringo Bingo pushed down and attacks the other scientist in a lethal way, so now the two have to escape? Why? It's a dog attack in a place where they're training attack dogs. Isn't the Ringo Bingo going above and beyond? I'm sure dog attacks have happened before in the dog-raising facility. Oh no, the dog defended his master like they were trained to do. Well, Ringo Bingo has apparently had enough, for some reason, and tosses all his ID. Then we get the most comical scene of literal plot armor of a slow-moving lab coat with his dog getting shot at by an automated Gatling cannon, and it's missing for about 10 meters for 10 seconds. What are the chances? And this cannon is designed to be used inside the facility in a 180-degree range, considering there's a fence behind it. If this organization can create automatic cannons as internal defenses, why are they raising dogs? Well, obviously dogs are superior because these cannons can't hit them. Or anything.
What are you aiming at?
Lucy explores. She finds that Vault-Tec made poison. Nothing happens. Suddenly, Ringo Bingo and Dog encounter Lucy at night. How completely unexpected. He prattles on.
When you have become a different animal altogether.
Nothing happens.
Who are you?
Maximus is in his vertibird with Knight Titus.
Set us down. I'm bored and I want to shoot something.
So they just stop traveling to their destination because Titus is bored and wants to kill things. Ringo Bingo takes a break. Dog finds a hand in a cave. That's weird. Nothing happens. Knight Titus and Maximus are now on the scene, like in the same scene. They just missed their target. Maximus is now a detective.
They were here, a man, and a dog.
How completely random. And how do you know that, Maximus? Is your other name Nostradamus? And why did Ringo Bingo leave his lab coat? Why did he have it all this time anyway? And in the previous scene, he takes off his lab coat, cracks a can of cram, and then there's a time skip between the dog coming back with the hand from the cave, and he's apparently finished eating the cram and has put on a blue jacket. So he wasn't hot, but now decides to abandon the lab coat. Is there a reason why?
They were here, a man, and a dog.
How do you know this, Maximus? Did Ringo leave the lab coat just so Maximus could have this line? Did Ringo crack the cram for the dog or for himself? How would Maximus know the cram was for the dog, or that there was a dog? Was there some fur lying around? What about the hand? Can someone please tell me how any of this makes any sense?
No, you can't. Don't even try.
So despite Knight Titus being scared, he explores the cave. He does still want to kill things, right? That is the plot, right?
Go see if the target's in there.
Titus orders Maximus to explore ahead of him, so he's a scared person who wants to kill things? That's a weird combination. And he thinks the target is in the cave, despite them both hearing a growl before. And he gets a bear behind him. How completely unlucky, or lucky, for him. Hilarity ensues. Maximus does nothing but watch while his knight Titus is mauled by a bear. Maximus finally kills it with 2 bullets. This from a bear that overpowered Brotherhood power armor, destroyed one of their guns, and used its claws to scratch through steel. Titus loses his cool and blames Maximus for all of this, and is generally not a very nice guy.
You don't deserve that armor.
Lucy gets directions to the town of Philly. She loses a bottle of water. Nothing happens. And we're back to Maximus. Wait, what happened to Knight Titus? Did Maximus watch him die? Did he bleed out? Did he pull his dead body from the power armor and set it all up? Did he at least bury his knight? This all happened off screen. That was quick. I guess digging latrines made him really good at burying humans. Apparently Squire Maximus already had power armor training. I guess we know who a primary character is. Huh, script. How fortuitous. Remember his 3 directives? Protect the Brotherhood, complete the mission, and protect his knight? I guess he didn't care about number 1 very much, or 3 at all. And number 2 is a fluky guesswork that they're even here.
I'm bored and I want to shoot something.
Wow, sure, Titus was a piece of crap, but Maximus let his sworn knight die. Which means Maximus doesn't really care about the Brotherhood or Knight Titus. He's just an opportunist. So Maximus prances and dances around in his newly found power armor. He then picks up a brick or cinder block thing and launches it the length of a football field. He then destroys a building by kicking a rock at it. So how did Knight Titus die from a bear, irradiated or mutated or whatever, just so Maximus could get power armor? All right, the plot needed it to happen. He then stops a nearby fight, and nothing happens. Lucy makes it to Philly. The ghoul is there, twirling some thing in a small jar. She talks to a store owner because she had Vault-Tec equipment in their window and asks about Moldaver. But the store owner clams up, saying everyone knows who that person is, and she should drop it. She doesn't like Lucy very much. Ringo Bingo Guy encounters Lucy right outside the store. How completely serendipitous. And it looks like the makeup on Lucy's cut lip has changed since she entered the store. Anyway, he knows all about Vault 33, tells Lucy to go home. Store owners asks for his name, says it's Wilzig, and the ghoul perks up and blows his ankle off. Now, I don't know much about handguns, but I'm quite sure anything that leaves a fist-sized hole in your chest and pushes you back a few meters is no longer working under Newtonian physics, which is not what you want in a live-action adaptation, unless there's an explanation.
Damn, y'all ain't got me working up an appetite.
So, he gets hungry, but he doesn't need to eat, since he was buried in the ground for how many years? Maybe he's just kidding around. How do ghouls work anymore? Is he invincible? Is this show a joke? So he pulls out the gun on his back, loads it in this scene, while Lucy tries to figure out who Moldaver is in the store lady's book. Then, in this scene, the ghoul has switched back to his pistol, but his gun on his back has disappeared? So why did he take it off his back, load it, and then drop it? Then in this scene, it's magically back on his back. And in the next, it's magically disappeared again. Then he shoots said normal pistol gun that can put a hole in your chest the size of your fist and knock you back a few meters into the old woman's thigh. And it's just a little hole, and she falls down. Wow. How completely inconsistent.
For the tomatoes.
Well, at least he pays his debts somewhat. The ghoul gets attacked by the dog, so he knifes him. Lucy looks at Vault Boy and has an urge to be heroic or something. I don't know. The music makes it seem like she has found some new motivation. She looks up at all the weapons in the store but decides not to use any. She has every opportunity. She's actually skilled at using some of them, I'm sure. And I'm sure the owner wouldn't mind. In fact, I think the owner would greatly appreciate it as soon as possible. Instead, she faces the ghoul and shoots him with a trank dart. Lucy just loves tranking people. I don't know, it's just her thing. And the ghoul is about to blow her away, but Maximus steps in. How completely lucky. So he jumps at Lucy to protect her from the shot, and he just smashes through the store and didn't completely crush or hurt her. Again, how amazingly lucky. Finally, the ghoul runs out of bullets and has to reload. Okay. We misplaced entire guns, but now we're counting bullets. Would the showrunner please have a standard and stick with it? Is it realism or is it John Woo? I don't care which. So instead of reloading his amazingly efficient pistol, the ghoul has somehow found his lever action gun that he threw away. And he's just unloading it onto Maximus in his armor. Is the lever action rifle stronger or something? So the store owner has quickly bandaged her thigh, and she can walk just fine. There's no bleeding. She's fine. She can even support Ringo Bingo on her arm. Apparently the store owner has this meat grinder attachment to dig into Ringo Bingo's shot-off ankle so he can put on a prosthetic foot. That's kind of cool, and what you'd expect in a live-action adaptation. It's completely unhygienic and visceral, but that's pretty much what Fallout is.
My client goes by the name of Lee Moldaver.
Wow, that's completely unexpected. How lucky that Lucy found this store. So now Lucy helps to escort Ringo Bingo to Lee Moldaver while Maximus fights the ghoul.
This could maybe work.
You really mean that?
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle.
Bye-bye.
So Maximus looks at Lucy while they're leaving and smiles. Wait, Maximus, no, your mission is to apprehend Ringo Bingo. Why are you smiling? Go get him. You just threw the ghoul across the room or the town, and he's hurt. Go accomplish your mission. What are you doing? But instead he flies over and gets his foot stuck in some wood in the ground, even though he's in power armor, which is extremely strong and durable and can break through buildings by kicking bricks at them. He's stuck in the ground by wood. What are the chances? So the ghoul slices a valve on the neck area of the power armor, which causes some errors. And in case you didn't see the show, the fight scenes with this, I assume, is CGI and has no connection or no sense of connection. They're not really fighting. There's no reason for the ghoul to duck and weave. It's all fake. The ghoul then kicks the power armor in the legs, or some part beneath the camera, which somehow staggers Maximus. Let me say that again. The ghoul kicks the power armor in the legs and causes Maximus to stagger. How? How strong is this ghoul? Anyway, stupidity ensues. The ghoul somehow throws a metal hook at Maximus while he's erratically flying in the air, which amazingly hooks onto the armor's back. I mean, what an amazing throw. And Maximus flies off like a balloon. I guess the ghoul is now a Gary Stu and is just that good at everything. So the ghoul picks up a mostly dead dog, takes him into the store, and the store lady and her companion are just gone. Don't know. Who cares? He injects the dog with a stim pack, and the dog's fine. I guess the stim packs work on canines, no problem. Instead of taking off to see Ringo Bingo or attacking the ghoul, suddenly the ghoul has the dog on a leash. And now, apparently, said dog is going to hunt down Ringo Bingo. Who knows? Oh, and it's evening now in this town for some reason. You know, the town he shot up, he just stayed around till the sun went down, and no one seems to care. Maybe he's like got neutral karma or something. So Ringo Bingo is dying of blood loss, takes a cyanide pill, tells Lucy to cut his head off and bring it to Moldaver.
Okie dokie.